Hello and welcome to Aphrodisia. I hope you're all doing well today. Today we have a few piles for you to pick from. We have the sun, moon, and stars. We are going to be looking at whether this person regrets walking away from you. And so close your eyes and connect with your higher self and ask for some guidance. When you're ready, open your eyes and pick a pile. If you need to, pause the video. But before we get started, please help support this channel by liking and subscribing and pressing the bell icon to be alerted on new videos. And the decks that I've used will be in the description below. So for those of you who picked the Sun card, this is your reading. And right off the bat, this person did regret walking away from you because we have the Nine of Swords here. And the Nine of Swords usually talks a lot about sleepless nights. I think when they left you, they had a lot of pain and depression, and they really regretted that. They really regretted hurting you so badly. They can't really face you as a result of having walked away from you. So I feel like they felt a lot of pressure, and they feel terrible for having left you, and I feel like they don't know how they are going to be able to face you again after this, and they are terribly sorry. I think they kind of went into a depression or a spiral after having left you and separated from you. I think they kind of felt really terrible about this entire situation. But right now, what I'm feeling is that they have learned and they have matured, and they have learned to step into the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups energy. And if this person you're dealing with is a man or a masculine energy, they definitely have stepped into that really king energy. They've really learned to step into a more mature energy as well. They are now emotionally very mature. They are emotionally stable, and they've gotten their emotions in check. They understand their emotions, and they've also kind of achieved a certain level of financial success, and as a result, also with everything culminating together, they are now feeling very emotionally and financially stable, which allows them to feel very secure within themselves. So if insecurity was an issue for the two of you in the past, or for your person in the past, it's starting to change now. Things are no longer the way that it was in the past. And so I decided to pull some more cards to see what they have healed or what they are healing at this point. And we have listen and setting healthy boundaries. And what I'm seeing with this is that I think maybe in the past they didn't listen to what other people had to say or what you had to say about the situation. And instead they just went ahead with doing whatever they wanted to do. And they are starting to listen. They're starting to be an active listener. Or it could have been that they didn't want to hear your side of the story, or they didn't want to hear any criticism from you. And they're starting to realize that that doesn't work anymore. And they're learning to be a listener, and they're learning to understand the other person's point of view. I feel like they're also learning to set healthy boundaries for themselves, and they're allowing space between who they are and other people around them. I feel like they're learning to set boundaries between themselves and other people so that they can form healthier relationships with other people. I feel like they are learning to kind of be their own person, and that's a really good thing. And that's something that they have learned, which really ties in with the King of Cups and King of Pentacles energy. I think they did regret leaving you, but as a result of this separation, it has pushed them into becoming a better person. And so I decided to pull an oracle card, which is the Moonology Oracle card for the full moon that's coming up tomorrow. So I wanted to get some guidance on that. And what I'm feeling is that the universe wants you to know that they got your back, and they want you to know that if you're looking to kind of recreate something more with this person again who walked away from you, you just need to ask the universe. They will guide you through. And if you're looking to walk away from this person and leave this person behind, they're saying also that you just need to set the intention and just move forward from this, because they are going to honor your intentions and honor what you want. So decide what you want and go for it. The universe is backing you on this. So that being said, that's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonates with your situation. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye! So for those of you who picked pile Moon, this is your reading. And this person was very emotionally immature when they walked away from you. And I feel like they walked away from you and now they're thinking, hey, I really want to get back with this person. I'm thinking, how am I supposed to do that? But at the point of walking away, I don't think they regretted it that much. I think they didn't, they were not mature enough to understand what they did and the consequences of what they did. And now it's starting to sink in for them. What I'm feeling is that this person wants to come around and have a new beginning with you. Or I think they may have thought that when they walked away from you that you will always be there. And I think for most of you, you have walked away from this person as well. Like energetically and emotionally, you have just gone your separate ways and you've just decided, enough is enough. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. And you've just walked away from them. And they're now starting to panic a little. They're starting to be like, okay, I think it's time for a rebirth of the situation. I want to come back towards you. And I want to do this quickly as well. But I'm feeling like this person still needs to do a bit of growing up. I feel like they are not very serious about this. Like they just want you around because they are starting to come back towards you because they think you're not going to deal with their bullshit anymore. And it may not apply to everyone, but I feel like this person may not be in the best kind of emotional space for a new beginning with anybody, because I still feel like they have to grow up a little bit more. But for others, I feel like this pile is split into a few different groups. For others, they have really gone through their awakening. They have really learned to find themselves and they are now in a very stable energy. They have learned to balance themselves out and they're now thinking, okay, it's time to rebuild everything up again and it's time to start something more with this person that they are thinking about being with you and they're thinking about creating a different relationship with you. They don't want it to be the same as it was before, because if it were the same as it was before, it would fail, because you both did not have the right elements to sustain the relationship. And now they want to make it work. They want to make it last this time, and they're coming in with an offer of love. So there are two groups. One group is a little bit immature, and the other group has really learned their lessons. And so I feel like take what resonates with your situation. I'm feeling like there is a rebirth happening, that it's a common intention for all those who pick this pile. Like they want a rebirth, they want a new beginning for this connection, but it's more of how ready are they to sustain and to have this connection with you is the question that I think you will need to kind of figure out for yourselves when they actually do come in again. So I decided to pull some more cards to look at what they are healing at this point in time, and they are learning that conflict is normal. Maybe they were someone who freaked out when there was conflict, and maybe they were like, holy shit, I thought this relationship was perfect. And the moment there was conflict, they felt like they just couldn't deal with it anymore and they had to run and they had to leave because it's no longer the perfect relationship that they wanted to have with you anymore. It became less picture perfect than they than what they thought they wanted, and they ran. And so they're learning now that conflict is normal, conflict is part of life, conflict is part of relationships, and dealing with conflict is important in order to sustain a relationship. And so I think this is something that they have learned, or they're in the process of learning, and they're also learning to communicate effectively. They are learning to say what they need, say how they feel, and ask for what they want, and to be able to speak their mind to you as well as to other people around them, and to communicate and learn how to listen as well. So I feel like for them, these are really intense or important lessons that they need to learn in order to sustain a relationship. So it's not saying that, if your person is part of the immature pile, that they will never learn all these lessons. It's just that right now they're not ready, but they will be in the future. And for those who are ready, they have learned all their lessons. They're now ready to come forward again with you. And I think that's really promising. It's really nice to see like someone's growth from who they were in the past and who they are now. And so to close off this reading, and because tomorrow is the full moon in Pisces, I decided to pull a card for guidance for you. And what you're being told is that you're very close to achieving your goal. And it's not just this goal of coming back together with this person. I feel like that's up to you. You don't have to get back with this person just because they come back around. It's entirely your choice, your prerogative. But I feel like you're very close to achieving that spiritual goal of finding yourself, living in your authentic truth and living in your power, and really achieving other goals that you've had in mind. Like if you've always wanted to be a chef and you are now studying to be a chef, you're like really close to achieving that goal there. And I feel like this is the universe's way of reminding you of how far you have come, and like they're saying, encouraging you that you just need to push a little harder in what you want, and you will get what you want. So with that being said, that's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonates with your situation, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye! So for those of you who picked pile stars, this is your reading. And what I'm getting with this person is that they definitely felt a lot of regret walking away from you. I think making the decision to walk away from you was something that they really battled with themselves about. Like they really had an internal struggle to walk away from you. And I think their ego was like at its high at that point in time, and they walked away from you thinking that it was going to be the best course of action for them. And now they're regretting it immensely. And I feel like they're still in this regret stage. They are still kind of like unable to move past the fact that they have moved away from this connection, and they are still kind of wallowing in their own sadness, in their own regret. And they can't move past this ego that is keeping them trapped in one place. I feel like they're very addicted to conflict. They're very addicted to wanting to feel a certain way, a certain emotion when it comes to people and relationships. And I feel like they're very, like they will seek out all these unhealthy relationships. And this is something that they really need to heal. I think at the heart of it, they know that you are a very stable, very nurturing, you are the Queen of Pentacles, essentially. And they know that you deserve much better than what they are giving you and what they have given you in the past. They know that very well. But I'm not sure if they are ready at this point in time to have something more with you, because they are still fighting within themselves. They're still in conflict with other people in their lives. There's still a lot of tension there. There's still a lot of there's still a lot of struggle, and they're still very much addicted to negative beliefs and behaviors and mindsets. And it could be tying in with the fact that they're very addicted to this conflict energy that they are surrounding themselves with. And you are basically the only like saving grace, or like the only calming presence, or the only stable presence in their lives. and they just couldn't deal with that. And I think they regret walking away from you, but at the same time, they know that it's something that they have to do. It's something that you need, and it's something that they need, and it's something that's best for this connection as well. They need time to figure out what they need and what they want, and to overcome all these addictions and obstacles, and to heal. And I don't think that they are ready, or they're in a place where they can move forward just yet. I feel like they're still very much stuck in their old ways, and it's something that is up to you to decide whether you want to stick around and wait for them, or you just move forward in your lives. I think whatever happens, like, the path forward is going to be a very slow one, because we have the Pentacles there, and the Pentacles is, she's not even moving, she's just lying down, she's just taking things really one step at a time. And I think this is something that if you do want to have something with this person again in the future, you need to be very patient with this person, or you can just choose a different direction. That's completely up to you. So I also wanted to see what they are currently healing, or what they're currently going through, or what they have healed already. And out of all the piles, this pile is the one with the shadow card, and I feel like it echoes what we've just said, that they are still healing from the separation. They're still kind of like working through this separation phase, and they are still deep in regret over leaving you and over walking away from you. They are still, like, I feel like they are still dealing with the pain, and learning to move past this pain, and learning to move forward. And this is something that will take time. I do feel like they're thinking about offering you an apology, and they want to apologize for all the hurt that they have caused you, and for dragging you into their mess, their emotional, or, you know, all the drama. Like a lot of chaos has been born out of whatever they have, like, kind of brought you into, and they're apologetic for, you know, having caused all this hurt and pain in your life. And I feel like they want to be able to genuinely apologize, and like they hope that you'll be able to accept that apology. So I feel like this is where they're at this point in time. They are still healing, and they want to be able to apologize to you. And so, I mean, it's up to you whether you want to accept it, or you want to kind of move forward and like not accept it and just walk away from them, or accept it and still walk away from them, or accept it and wait for them. I mean, it's all up to you to decide what you want to do with this person. But I feel like this person is not really in a good place right now. So to end off this reading, I wanted to pull an oracle card, also because tomorrow is the full moon, so I want to take a look at what's happening, and emotions are running high, and I feel like whatever that's happening in your life right now, things are starting to culminate, and everything is starting to like show itself, and it's starting to kind of like make sense to you. So what you're being asked to do is to take advantage of this high and just pursue what you want to do, and to complete as many things as you want. Like, I feel like this is an energy, kind of energetic high, and it's also kind of like it's, the momentum is there, and you can just focus your energy either on healing or on your own projects, whatever it is. Just make use of this energy here. And I feel like if you're in a situation where tensions are high, or like there's a lot of emotions, and like people are getting angry or heated, it's important to be able to step back and to deal with these emotions from a very neutral, or a very kind of like level-headed perspective. And so this full moon is going to be intense for you. So it could go either way. It could go really good or really bad, and it's up to you to decide how you're going to react to this. And I feel like this entire pile, this entire reading for this pile, it's more of you deciding, like you have a lot of control over what you want, and the universe wants you to know that, and they want you to remember that. So with that being said, that's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonates with your situation, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye!